Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Thank you for watching, and I'm just following up on the video I did recently about Kevin McCarthy, who by now you've all heard has been ousted as Speaker of the House. And right now there's been discussion of new possible candidates, but no solid decision's been made yet. But at the precise moment, the entire GOP is just in absolute chaos. And they're talking about it all across the media, even on Fox. They're looking at it as they say, there's no leadership, there's no direction, there's a lot of infighting, and they just can't seem to get anything done. Which brings me to like some of the MAGA crowd voters out there. I mean, these people are like completely brainwashed, and yet there's the same lack of logic where, okay, for example, the 2020 election was stolen, Joe Biden's not the illegitimate president, he's going to lead us into World War III. Got no evidence, they're all the court cases, but none of that matters. We just know that it was stolen because Trump said it was. We need Trump back in charge. His 4 years was pretty chaotic. There's little or nothing that he accomplished. I could go through all the failures, but that doesn't matter to them. Why? Because they just need Donald Trump. That is what this members of the GOP in the House have devolved into. It is not a group of people supporting a party. They are simply supporting Donald Trump. It's got nothing to do with country, nothing to do with patriotism, nothing about doing their jobs. What have they done? Let's be honest with you. Say what you will about Biden, but I could at least list some accomplishments. That wouldn't matter to the voters, because again, they're in the cult. They just say, we just want Trump. That's all that they want. Put Trump back in charge and they'll be happy. It doesn't matter, if he insulates himself. It doesn't matter if he turns our country into a fascist nation. We just want him in charge. So there's no point in, trying to get any feedback from them. But as far as the members of the House, the select few that are still like in this whole MAGA cult thing, talking about like Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, what have they accomplished? I mean, technically, Donald Trump is still in charge if you kind of think about it, because he calls the shots and they put it in there. And there's just enough few in there to create this chaos. They said Trump wanted Joe Biden impeached. So they impeached Joe Biden, or at least they launched an inquiry. And how's that turned out? We ain't got no evidence, we can't prove it, but, we're gonna impeach Joe Biden. Or we're gonna at least try and inquire impeach. Nobody can even give me a crime, let alone evidence. But what does that prove? Let's say they succeeded. It wouldn't make the Senate, so at least they can look back and say, well, we impeached Joe Biden. We got nothing of substance, nothing tangible. No laws have been passed, no bills have been signed, but that doesn't matter because we impeached Joe Biden. The MAGA crowd's going to love it, but the country on a whole, the majority, which is opposed to Trump, what do they get? What do they get in their states that they represent, these MAGA members in the House? Matt Gaetz, what bill has he signed or done anything lately? Nothing, other than he ousted Kevin McCarthy. Why? Because he wouldn't play ball with them. Because he actually worked with the Democrats to avert a government shutdown. Trump said, speaking of that, Trump said, oh, he wants a government shutdown. What is that going to do for the American people other than hurt a lot of them? All for what? Because they can't make an agreement? Because the GOP can't agree on a budget? They wanted to make a whole bunch of different cuts, which I could go through. Now, to the MAGA cult, that's not going to matter. But again, on the whole, it boils down to, what is the end goal here, And the simple truth is that this whole MAGA cult thing is we just got to keep serving up to Donald Trump. Nothing else matters. So why are they there? Okay? My honest point is to some of the sane Republicans there that aren't entrenched in the cult, if you have an opportunity to vote these people out in November, I don't know exactly who's coming up. I think Boebert is. Yeah, she wanted to impeach Joe Biden on day one. Where's the logic to that? No big surprise. I don't mind it, if they put in a new speaker, but if he's just some other conservative who's got MAGA rot to the brain, then what good is it? It's just going to be more chaos. I want to see a GOP that actually functions. Okay? Biden has at least made that effort where he's trying to work together in spite of all the pushback and just infighting that's going on within the GOP. You got to at least give them some credit on that, but for now, what has the GOP got? And if they're not doing their jobs, why would you vote for them? Why come November if you have the chance to vote them out? Why wouldn't you do that? The cult members aren't going to do that, so we got to count on some of the other Republicans, as well as the Democrat voters. Get out and vote and get these people out, because until you do, all this chaos, all this infighting is just going to continue. And then in the end, come 2024, what is the GOP going to have? Nothing. To the core members, that won't make a difference, but to the majority of America, that will. And the group of MAGA voters, they are still dwindling. Oh, don't get me wrong, come 2024, there'll be enough of them where they're going to be like, we need Donald Trump, we need to vote Donald Trump, Joe Biden's an illegitimate president, the 2020 election was rigged. Yeah, the GOP is in chaos, but that doesn't matter because Donald Trump will make America great again. I'm just wondering, to like some of you out there, can you give me a solid reason of what the GOP is trying to do? Because for the life of me, I can't figure it out. And it's right out there in the open. It's to the point now, like I said, even Fox is looking at it and saying, what a mess. What a mess. You know, it's good when you got Kevin McCarthy who really tries to do the right thing, at least to avert a shutdown, and somehow that's a bad thing in the eyes of MAGA. It just goes to show where their priorities lie. Again, the cone won't see it, but we do. So for the sane Republican voters out there, get out and vote come November. If you can get any of these sycophants out, get rid of them, because they're not doing anything for country, let alone the state that they're supposed to represent, let alone for the people. So anyhow, I really hope you understand. Thank you for watching.